All right. Well, guys, I would like to thank everybody for tuning in this week. It has been a blast. I love GDC, and I love doing stuff like this. Wesley, thank you so much for coming by and joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And we can check you out at GameFan.com.
Yeah, GameFanMag.com.
GameFanMag.com.
Yeah, add the mag. So you should go there, skate all day.
All right, and Jess, you're doing your own thing.
I have a blog actually because I'm moving to Japan. So if you're interested, my blog is thegirlintranslation.com, and it's just something I do because I just want to talk about stupid things that I do in Japan.
Awesome. And guys, obviously you're all working on Code Hero, and we can follow. Where can we follow you guys?
Primerlabs.com, and on the Kickstarter page there'll be updates for the pledgers. Main thing is download unity3d.com right now. Just get it downloaded, because by the time that you get Code Hero and you start playing the game and everything, you could actually be learning programming and stuff before you even get into the game. Because getting into the game, metaphorically speaking, is what this is all about. So
Fuck yeah.
You
Fuck
backed
yeah.
us or supported us. Thank you very much.
Yes. And,
yeah, thank you so much, everyone who has been so supportive. We love you.
Speaking of supportive, I would also like to thank our lovely host, Twitch TV, for letting us come into their offices and invade every day this week. Thank you so much, Twitch. You guys are the best, and we wouldn't actually be here right now talking if it weren't for you. So, yeah, big old hearts for everybody. And thank you to our other guests this week, Conrad Zimmerman, King Foom, and Pixel from the Frag Dolls.
Yes.
You guys all rock my world. And now we would just like to say goodbye for our live show and open up the forums to some Q&A. Guys, if you got questions for us, shoot away. Just anything. Ask us anything.
And come party with us 7 p.m. tonight and tomorrow at Next Space for the Unity Hackathon.
Yes. Hell yeah. Unity tonight?
Yep.
Tonight, dude. We're getting boozed up.
Tonight.
Getting boozed up and hacksawing things. I cannot wait to see what happens. I have partied with hackers a lot. I grew up with a bunch of nerds. Yeah. Like, you can't see my buddy Victor off screen here because he runs things behind the scenes for us with the tech crew. But yeah, we've gone to Vegas for DEF CON a few times, and yeah.
Did you get arrested?
I did not get arrested. I'm kind of surprised by that, but no. We just had a blast and did a lot of ridiculous stuff. Yeah, stories to tell.
That's good.
Yeah. And
everyone has an almost getting arrested at DEF CON story.
Almost getting arrested. Yeah, I think that maybe cops just look the other way or something. What does Wesley smell like? I imagine lovely. Hold on.
It is lovely.
He smells like laundry. Like clean laundry.
That is not bad. Yeah, it's totally not bad.
Like, snuggly.
He is very huggable.
Springtime fresh.
Very huggable.
Oh, your beard's so soft.
So much love.
Yes. That's because I shampoo it. Yeah, we got a question from our tech guy.
What do you guys think about Anonymous and all that? And
What do we think about Anonymous?
What's Anonymous?
Oh yeah, I don't know. It's these weird guys just.
The hackers that were hacking into game websites and
PlayStation Network.
Yeah, PlayStation Network. They took that down for quite a while. They went into Bethesda's website and closed down their forums for a while, and I think Epic might have got it in too. And
They've hit
some pretty
they've hit a lot of
I just
websites.
got
They've also hit banks.
I just got an email from PayPal that was kind of like, you need to go and reset all your stuff.
I got that too.
Yeah.
Weird.
So it must have been another hit.
That's good.
That's awesome. That's cool.
They think you're joking. Oh, are you joking? You don't know what Anonymous is?
He has to know what Anonymous is.
Trolled.
We need
Our power
troll
level
face.
is over 9,000.
We need troll face.
What do I smell like?
Beard.
I smell like epic.
Smells like beer.
I smell like total epic. Like, whatever you think is the most manliest thing ever, I smell like that, but 10 times more stronger. I don't know. I got enough.
Beard.
Yeah. Suede.
Man.
Nice.
You smell like man.
Suede and musk.
Yuck, musk.
Oh,
I'd like to hear Alex talk a little bit more about computer history and how you want to put that in games.
We did not mention Ada Lovelace, and if we don't shout out to Ada Lovelace invented computers in 1862. She is human that ever lived because she looked at a bunch of numbers in a machine that calculated numbers with brass gears, and she saw that numbers could become words, words could become meaning, and the machine could compute its own music or graphics. She even asked the question, could it think? And ironically, she's the star of the game, and in the graphics you can see, and in the game you'll meet her. she'll tell you, ironically, I did not believe in my own existence, but I'm very glad to have found that I was wrong, because computers turned out to be a very keen idea after all. And, people have talked a lot about how important it is for the average video game developer or programmer who's, that's becoming the hot career path to get into all these different possibilities. The average stereotype of that should not be some dude. It should be all of us. There shouldn't be anyone who's not able to get into this stuff and who can't find role models that they can relate to that's into this stuff. And I think Ada Lovelace is my hero as a dude. I look up to her. And I think that what Code Hero is doing is about the heroes that you meet in the game, and that you're one of them. By the time you meet them, you've proven that you've earned the right to enter that Hall of Heroes. And they're all literally on pedestals. And there's a pedestal with your name on it.
Nice.
They say, don't put us on a pedestal, get up on yours. So,
It's empowerment.
yep.
Do you have Babbage in there? Or,
Oh, yes,
Turing,
Babbage.
or what's
Babbage, Turing, Hopper. Grace Hopper invented computer programming languages with compilers, which actually was the first accessible programming without having to use punch cards. And so that's the left, the computing side of the aisle. The right side of the aisle is game science. And we've got Al Alcorn, who invented basically the first hit game Pong, along with the whole sort of rogues gallery. And Notch and Jeb Jens are two of our heroes in basically every way. They prove game development can be done in an indie way with iterative fun finding, where you just keep making it more fun, and your fans can see your alphas. You don't have to hide it until the end and stuff. I can't make a big enough list of how much I love what they've done. So we asked them, and they said, we'll be in the game as mentors to teach players how to become game developers. And so we have a level that's in the next version coming out, and there's a video on our site where you get to make your own little Minecraft-like cube world. It's nothing near the full Minecraft. It's more like Minecraft 0.1. And by learning how to implement stuff there, you're actually following in the footsteps of them. But then they give you an assignment. They're like, there's this thing that's so crazy that we haven't even added it to Minecraft yet. I bet you could do it. And they have an API coming out. The Bucket people they just hired. It's going to be a way to make mods even better than before. So we hope that people who play Code Hero will say, hey, my heroes, the heroes of computer history that I'm emulating, I'm going to do this stuff that would impress them. So
Nice. But did you meet Notch while he was here at GDC?
So we actually were so busy. We were at
Yeah.
a million parties, and we're really hoping to. But we met him before at Minecon. We actually
nice.
launched at Minecon, and we have an episode of our show about Minecon, which was honestly the most beautiful thing I've ever seen game culture produce. Parents and kids, 50,000 strong, in this huge ballroom, making stuff. Making stuff. It was an all-developer game conference because every one of those kids builds things.
Build something in Minecraft. Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
So
I really want to meet Notch. I really want to interview him because we're both big guys with beards and bowler hats, and I just kind of want to have two big burly guys with beards and bowler
you gonna do
hats
your
conversation. Yeah, I'll do my.
Don't tell him that this is your normal way of speaking.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and go right
Just
into
going,
it.
hello, Notch. It's very nice to meet you.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, boy. I love Minecraft so much. It's so very cool. And then just have a staring contest with him.
Yeah.
I think that would be half my interview, would just be a staring contest. Notch, I doubt you're watching this. But if you happen to watch this because you like these guys so much, which is almost a possibility, I challenge you to a staring contest. You heard it here first, people. Nobody's excited about this, but
that's a new way.
I have a dream, okay? Let me have my dream.
I would watch your staring contest.
Yeah, and if they sue you, you can settle the court battle with staring contests.
Yes.
There we go.
There we go.
Like
Like
Bethesda and
Quake,
Quake,
Hell yeah. That's how all things should be
Man,
settled.
I was so rooting for that when that whole situation. So for the people watching at home, there was a situation where the people behind Quake tried to sue Notch for making a game called Scrolls because they own the rights to the Elder Scrolls series, Skyrim, and all that. And
all that.
All that, whatever. I don't know, some stupid ass game called Oblivion. Tried to sue Notch over the name. And he said, why don't we settle this with a game of Quake 3? Your three best players versus our three best players. And that probably would have worked out better for Bethesda.
And then later he said, oops, I forgot that Bethesda owns id and employs the top 3 Quake players on the planet from QuakeCon. We're going to lose this thing if they accept. And they totally should have accepted. Everyone would have thought they were cool for doing it.
Yeah.
And they could have changed the name of Scrolls to like not Scrolls.
Yeah.
And everyone would have been happy about
I'm
it.
sure
Yeah, they
legal
could have called
team
it
was
by
like,
Bethesda
no,
Games.
can't do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, but the thing is they ended up losing the legal battle. So if they had the top players, they should have really just gone with that.
Their fans helped them too. It's very interesting. They crowdsourced their legal. So they actually asked all their fans to look at all the court documents and to like give them an opinion. So they saved themselves $1 bajillion in lawyer fees.
That's
the
Fans
Really
rule.
awesome.
The internet's
Yeah.
freaking incredible. I wish my fans would give me free legal
I
advice.
do that
my
on Twitter all the
taxes.
time.
Yeah.
If I'm shopping and I can't figure out which outfit, I just Twitter it and let Twitter decide what to buy.
Yeah. God, the internet should just control our lives in every aspect.
It does to me.
That would be it. All right. Well, does anyone have any more questions out there on the internet? Because I'm getting hungry and I
I
want to
have one
drink.
last question.
All right, tech guy.
Are any of you guys familiar with Dwarf Fortress?
Dwarf
Oh
Fortress.
goodness, that game is scary. The moment someone makes like a slightly more user interface friendly version of that, a lot of people are never going to come out. Someone built a computer in that using water. So the water is like valved and managed, sort of like a sewage system, to create memory and processing the same way people did with redstone in Minecraft.
Right.
And I would love to see the Dwarf Fortress people make a Minecraft mod, because it seems like Minecraft is the perfect engine when the bucket people make the modding system better. It seems like you could do Dwarf Fortress in Minecraft. That would be
That would be
basically
insane.
paradise.
Insanity.
Does anyone know when that came out?
I don't know when that came out. I'm trying to hold my
2 or
hand.
3 years
Man, it was your first,
Oh,
buddy.
is it older than Minecraft?
We're holding hands on the
think
internet.
it's
People
older than
can see
Minecraft.
that.
Huh.
They're gonna screen cap it.
They screen cap so many
Everything.
things.
Yeah. That's gonna be a GIF. All right. Well, people want to know what kind of food we're gonna get. I don't know. What do you guys want to eat? I was thinking Thai, maybe.
You read my mind like at
I'm
that
down.
very
I read you.
second.
We
Down.
we
That
mind
place right on the
melded.
corner.
You and me, like
Yeah.
we're totally mind melded. High five. Or not? Or we can. No.
Someone's asking
There we go.
if you
That
can
was an awkward
share.
interaction.
Someone's asking if you can share your creations. So in the current version, basically, don't run any code that people send you that you don't trust, because it's very powerful. It's a game engine that can edit files on your computer. So don't take code from strangers. But you can send code to other people that will do stuff, and soon you'll be able to import, export, and load and save, and actually have a friends list where you can send code to each other. So right now, just go on the Code Hero Army Facebook page and don't trust each other and don't send code to each other. I didn't tell you to do that.
I do have actually one last question.
God, what?
Sorry, I'm
All right, tech guy.
Second Life. Did you guys ever check out? One thing that blew my mind about that.
Wait, hold on. Come here. No, you gotta get up. We're gonna get.
Sorry.
You're gonna get on camera here. Here, I'm
Breaking
gonna
the
tag
fourth
out.
wall.
I'm gonna be.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna go be the tech guy
Where'd
for a
he
while.
come from?
I'm gonna go look all cranky over there. Everybody, welcome Austin Hill, our amazing video
please don't
producer. Yes.
He's our favorite video director.
Well, this is a really short question, but Second Life, right? What blew my mind about that game was they incorporated, like a physics engine, right? But you actually could write code, and the code itself was almost kind of like magic in a weird way, in that people would create. They actually coded like guns, and this guy made crazy money selling this gun that incorporated physics in it, and but there'd be like areas where you could go and actually fight using. So I don't know. Did that influence you guys at all or inspire you?
My first girlfriend was really creative. Is really creative. She's with the game developer now, and they're very happy. Actually, Dungeons of Dreadmore, buy it. It's on Steam. It's a really cool game they made. So she was making all this stuff for The Sims at the time, and we had little Sims that looked exactly like us and had like mirror apartments to ours. But I said,
love sim mods.
did you ever go
Love
to?
them.
Did you ever go to Goth Sims?
I did, yes.
You owe me like $10,000 of bandwidth fees. You and all the other people that were downloading Goth Sims.
Maybe I didn't download anything from there.
Well, no, trust me, you did. Even if you went to this, there were other websites that would hot link to the files. Because basically, she just took everything in The Sims and made it black, and a lot of custom stuff too. But people really wanted cool-looking stuff in The Sims, and some of the stuff was awesome, but it was like horrible colors. And that website, I said to her, today this is costing me $10,000 in bandwidth, but someday people will pay you to make art for their games. And you could actually sell your content like for The Sims. She said, well, that's silly. My stuff is just, user generated. It's not as professional. I said, believe me. And a couple years later, she's paying her rent from Second Life clothing stores.
Mm-hmm.
Her,
So crazy.
Yeah, her company was, I think it's Opium Every Day. If you go on Second Life and find her like chain of department stores. So Second Life is amazing.
Yeah,
I had an interesting relationship with it because I just didn't believe it was even possible that it existed when I saw it.
Right.
I'm like, next you can tell me that there's like nano assembling machines and time travel. Snow Crash and the metaverse was so sort of shatteringly important to geeks, and a lot of us have wanted to create it, that I deliberately stayed away from trying to make Second Life at first. I didn't want to like even touch that sort of singularity or black hole of ideas, because you could never stop.
Right.
And they just did it when it was impossible because they didn't care that it was impossible, and they pulled it off. I spent a lot of time in Second Life. The only things that I couldn't do there that I wanted to do were make my own game engine. So you had to be restricted to theirs, and I couldn't get people who were not into the concept of Second Life to join. So they needed to kind of merge it with the Facebook world, with the real world, kind of like how MySpace was, where MySpace was separate. The whole name Second Life implies separateness. And they needed to give you total control of the game experience, because you pay a lot of money for a server when you host things on Second Life. If it's your server, you should be able to like edit the source code. So we're using Unity. As a result, the engine is yours to play with. I mean, if you pay Unity actually for source license, you can get the C++ code of the actual engine. And the bottom line is what you make with Unity is yours. And if you use if you use Code Hero to do it, it's still yours, what you make with it. What you do in Second Life when you create content is much easier in a sense than what you do when you're working like just on your own as a programmer, because it's online and you can share code with other people. It's social. But they never quite got down the teaching you programming part. So if you're a programmer, you could learn Second Life's code, and it was like magic, and people didn't. I made tons of guns and things, and but you had to kind of be a programmer. They had some introductory level kind of areas that would teach you stuff. What we're doing is taking the Portal thing and applying the Portal thing to the programming problem. If you can learn programming, then you can actually take advantage of that power. And who knows, probably a lot of people who learn code from Second Life, from Code Hero, would be able to apply that knowledge to make things more easily in Second Life or in any other programming they might want to do. But there's always been that programming barrier. It's like wizard school, right? Harry Potter, someone like knocks on his door and says, "You're Harry Potter and you're going to learn magic because it's your destiny." How many books have you read like that? Well, I'm not the chosen one. I don't know about you, but I've never met the chosen one, and I've never had that person knock on my door. You really just have to like geek out for a long time in front of a computer screen. And unless you're willing to do that, there's got to be something that gives you a reason to do it. And we solve that, and we solve the technology challenge, which Second Life already pulled off. We'll be able to create a world where you not only can make anything, but you actually can make anything. And the challenge, they created essentially a gauntlet. They said, look, we did it. It wasn't impossible. And a lot of their technologies now in the open source space, you can use like open server technology. People are still advancing that tech. We're going to try to take up that gauntlet and say, not only was it a good idea, but it can be done with a commercial game engine. So
awesome.
Badass. I love it.
All right. And with that,
You guys, I'm
going to hop back in here. I'm going to scoot Wesley over for a minute just to say goodbye to everyone. All right, just yank me around a little bit more.
game on.
Yeah. All right, why don't you just pull up a seat there, young Wesley? All right, let me tell you about what it was like during World War II. All right, well, this is the end of our show. This is how we're ending the show. Once again, thank you everybody for tuning in, everyone that asked questions. And please tune into the show that Raychul... Wait.
What is that?
Wait, all right. Austin, all right. So yeah, tune into our show every Friday, 12 to 1 here on Twitch TV on this channel, and please keep up with everybody else that showed up today, especially these Code Hero guys, Jess in Japan and Wesley on Game Fan, Japan Game Fan Code Hero. What more do you need to know? And you guys have a great weekend. We're going to go get some Thai food and have a few
Twitter
drinks.
too.
And follow all the Twitter stuff, of course.
Twitter.
And YouTube. Just follow everything ever.
Everything.
We love you.
We're going to bombard you in the chat room in a second. But thank you so much for stopping by, and have a great weekend.
Hack the planet.
Hack the planet!
Yay!
couldn't find the least